a gigantic behemoth that destroys anything that falls on it. An unguided and blind Soviet weapon, Russians turned it into a precision-winged killer that never misses its target, creating blast waves more powerful than nuclear bombs. It accomplished in days what all Russian conventional weapons could not do in years of war. Neither Patriot nor Iron Dome is able to deter it. The last thing Ukrainians hear is the sound of it falling from the sky on Zelensky's forces. What is the story of this fearsome weapon, and why the United States and its allies are unable to stop it? Many secrets we reveal to you, dear viewer, in this video. Stay tuned. FAB-9000 Elephant Bomb. In the past, it was a stupid and blind bomb that cannot be guided and is useless in modern wars. The Russians turned it into a deadly and accurate killer after installing wings, a tail, and a laser and television guidance method on its body. Known as the Elephant Bomb, it is one of the heaviest Russian bombs and is equal in explosive power to nuclear weapons, as it is capable of producing a destructive force of more than 44,000 kilograms of TNT. This type of bomb uses oxygen in the surrounding air to create an extremely powerful explosion and produce a shockwave that destroys everything around it. Exact figures on the size of the explosion caused by the giant FAB bomb are not available, but it is noticeable from its recent use by Russian bombers against Ukrainian targets that it creates total destruction in a circle with a diameter of up to 500 meters, with a depth of between 3 and 11 meters. It is worth noting that the majority of the targets that were targeted with this bomb included buildings with concrete structures and tunnel networks, all of which did not withstand the Elephant Bomb. In terms of dimensions, the Elephant Bomb is about 6 meters long, weighs about 9,000 kilograms, and has a cylindrical shape with a pointed nose cone for maximum penetration at the moment of detonation. This design is probably familiar to most people interested in military affairs, similar to the Soviet CAB bombs and American GBU bombs. The FAB versions are essentially advanced or smart versions of CAB bombs, from 250 to 1,500, and the numbers after the bomb's name usually denote its weight, so they differ only in terms of destructive power. Soviet High Explosive Bomb. The Russian Elephant Bomb received updates that included smart guidance systems and computer integrated into the bomb structure to adjust its trajectory and direct it towards the specified target. With high accuracy by relying on the global GPS satellite system and the Russian A-GLONASS, it is capable of hitting its targets with an accuracy ranging from 5 meters to 50 meters. The Elephant Wing is equipped with 2 detonation systems, the first of which is programmed before the mission and allows operators to detonate it by measuring the air pressure of its explosion before touching the surface of the ground, in the case of anti-personnel operations and military trenches or minefields. While the second system depends on the time factor after activating the valve or detonator in front of it, and is usually used in cases of hitting concrete buildings and underground fortifications. It comes with advanced jamming technology that absorbs radar and other waves, allowing the bomb to conceal its movement and trajectory and bypass hostile air defense systems. The task of launching FAB-9000 Elephant Bomb was limited to bombers, such as the White Swan Tupolev 160 and Tupolev 22 and Flying Bear Tupolev 95. Because of its enormous weight, it is dropped from an altitude of at least 1,600 meters, with a flight speed of at least 1,200 kilometers per hour. In the past, older versions of the Elephant Bomb could only be dropped on their targets after the Russian bombers reached a distance of less than 5 kilometers from the target and had to swoop down on the target, which meant that the planes were in the line of fire of ground defenses. But with the addition of guidance wings to the Elephant Bomb, it was possible to drop it at an altitude of less than 5 kilometers. However, with the addition of guidance wings to the Elephant Bomb, with its dropping from high altitudes and from a distance of more than 60 kilometers, it turned into a weapon of mass destruction that wipes out large military sectors of Ukraine, in addition to the fact that Russian bombers carrying it will not have to enter deep into enemy areas and expose them to any danger. The Elephant Bomb and Uglidar Massacre. Since beginning of the Russian invasion, all attempts by the Russian armed forces to break into this city have failed. The most powerful Russian cannons, from 152 to 240 millimeters, did not succeed in penetrating the network of Ukrainian defenses, and the Russians resorted to high-explosive winged elephant bombs. Russian bombers launched dozens of raids during which they dropped elephant bombs that destroyed Zelensky's defenses, and Russian forces captured Uglidar after days of bloody violent bombardment that caused massacres and large withdrawals of the forces of the 72nd Ukrainian Separate Mechanized Brigade from the city. And from the intensity of the bombing, the Ukrainian forces abandoned their dead and wounded after it was almost impossible to get them out of Uglidar under the fire of the Russian army, especially with the use of combat vehicles, infantry and armored personnel carriers. There are no exact statistics on Russia's FAB-9000 arsenal, but the latest military reports indicate that Russia has converted more than 60% of its CAB aerial bomb arsenal to FAB-winged bombs in the last 20 years. It is likely that Russia possesses at least 1,000 of heavy FAB-9000 bombs developed from Soviet bombs. It is likely Russia possesses at least 1,000 of heavy FAB bombs developed from Soviet bombs and other bombs manufactured after the collapse of the Soviet Union. This number is enough to turn major European cities into destruction and ruin. And you, dear viewer, what is your assessment of the giant FAB bomb? Is it superior to the mother of all American bombs? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to support us by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching.